What's up, everyone, and welcome back to JMD, and we are here for some more music reactions. This is the week. This is the week. We have Band-Maid week. We have Band-Maid week. I told y'all if I hit 1,000, if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I would do this. And lo and behold, we have hit 1,000. Here we are, as you see. JMD, 1,000 subscribers. I would like to thank you so much, first off, for everyone that has subscribed to this channel, all 1,000 of you. Thank you very much. It's amazing to help that you've helped grow this channel, to help get me to this like pinnacle part of this channel, and this goal that we've reached. And then we got to keep going, but right now we're celebrating the 1,000. Next, I mean, whatever, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Like the sky's the limit. Let's keep going. But I told you that if we did 1,000, that I was going to give you a week of Band-Maid. All right, because when I started out this reaction stuff on my channel, because previously before that I had just done covers, and I've been working and doing covers for at least 12, 13 years. Granted, I spaced them out a lot. There were periods where I'd go 6 months to a year without doing one, because it just a lot of reasons and stuff, and not being able to do things full time or whatever. But I decided to start doing the reactions because they were, for one, big thing going on YouTube. And so and when I started with Band-Maid. Band-Maid was the first reaction that I ever did on the channel, and I thought I thought it was incredible. It was Band-Maid. I think it was the joint of Band-Maid and The Warning or something. And so and that's what launched me on the channel doing Band-Maid reactions along with The Warning. But the Band-Maid fans, y'all are crazy awesome. Y'all, I mean, Band-Maid fans are like super dedicated. They are crazy awesome. And you have helped grow this channel to what it is. And that, again, that's not to say anything less about anybody else that has subscribed to this channel from other bands, or whether you've subscribed because you like my covers or whatever the case. But Band-Maid has really been the one that launched and really grew this channel majorly. So I wanted to dedicate a week to Band-Maid for helping all you fans to help get this channel to 1,000 subscribes. And it's been awesome. It's been awesome. So I have the whole week kind of lined up a little bit. We've got multiple documentaries. We're going to do documentaries on every single band member. We also do have I found like a piano performance thing of one song that we were going to do, and then of course the cover. I will be doing the cover Friday. All right, to end out the week. And thank you for doing for subscribing and growing this channel. So thank you very much. Today we are starting off. This is going to be again a Band-Maid week. So this is going to be mostly for the Band-Maid fans, but also to introduce maybe even those of you who didn't come to my channel from Band-Maid, introduce you to Band-Maid. So we have. I told you I was going to do the documentary from Akane, and I am, but not today. This is a shout out to Orinji. I guess that's how you say this site here. Okay, it's got almost 12,000 subscribers. That's awesome. And so that shows like the height we can go with Band-Maid fans. And he's done multiple documentaries here. Apparently for a while now, he's been doing documentaries plus other things. Seems like mostly on Band-Maid. So huge Band-Maid fan apparently, and he has older ones of some of the members, but it looks like here recently he started redoing them, maybe, or he or she, whoever it is, started redoing them. So we have these three here for Misa, Akane, Konami, and is it Seiki or Saki? But he doesn't have a newer one for Miku. The only ones from Miku he has is way older. They're 2 years old, and he has them in 3 parts because he said that there was a lot to say about Miku. Because I'm guessing she's pretty much like the founding starter of this band. So we are going to do Miku today. All right. We're going to start with the part 1. This is an hour and a half worth of content between these 3 parts. So I'm going to try to get to them as fast as we can. I was considering doing them all in one, but I feel like that might be a bit much. So we're going to do part 1. I think I'm going to do separate part 2s, part 3 throughout the week, or maybe all today. I don't know. I'll see how I do. I'll probably record it all today. I don't know how I'm going to release it. Because there's multiple documentaries to do here. Maybe 2 or 3 of them a day. I don't know how I'm going to play this out. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me again. If you, real quick, I guess, if you would like to check out, if you're new to this channel, check out videos from JMD. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all the good stuff to get more videos from more people. If you want to check out videos from my other channels, you have Play, ClearTalk, Puzzling there. If you like what you see there, consider subscribing to those. We are, like, again, we're 1,000 there. ClearTalk, we are just hit 151. We're on the road to 500 for that channel. If you like this, like a political, religious, like the talk channel, so it's about serious subjects. Play is my video channel. Not a lot there. I don't expect that to really. I never have had a hard, like, idea that would grow, but we try to have a little fun there. I just started Cyberpunk 2077 on that channel. If you want to check out the first video for that one, but and then Puzzling, which is a jigsaw puzzle channel. Again, not a channel that I expect to really grow that much, but I have a little fun there. I've got I just finished the 17th puzzle on there. There's videos going all the way back. So if you want to like that, check those out. It's just a little hobby that I do on the side and have a little fun with, and I do videos for it. But anyways, if you want to give me any kind of support, Patreon there, $3 a month. $3 a month if you can handle $3 a month to help support this channel, help support JMD Nation or any channel, really. You can support any channel you would like, help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation. That would be amazing. Any contribution or support you give is very much appreciated, and I thank you very much to try to keep this channel going and growing and keep me doing this full time. And then if you're returning, you're freaking amazing. You are amazing. Welcome back. Keep coming back. All right, so that's enough of that spiel. Let's get to it. We've got 30 minutes here of Miku. So let's start.
Breaking New Gate.
Breaking New Productions. Seems like it's pretty professionally done, too.
We are in Kumamoto, a city located in the prefecture with the same name on the island of Kyushu. This is where Kobato Miku was born a few decades ago.
Miku.
Her parents were a remarried couple, and she has a half-brother who's 11 years older from her father's previous marriage. As you could imagine, she was a very active child, much to the dismay of her parents, who struggled to keep an eye on her, as she was the kind of child who snuck out of her house to play or run all around as soon as she was taken to large open spaces.
Okay.
She loved to play with boys at games like Chanbara, which is basically sword fighting for kids, or catch insects in the summer. But those little trips and games cost Miku a lot of bumps and bruises. Miku was introduced into music very early by her grandmother, who went to an enka karaoke class. When she was around 7 or 8, Miku fell in love with music and singing as she followed her grandmother to local public hall gatherings. At this time, Miku only knew enka, so that's all she sang. The first song she learned was Jindo Monogatari by Yoshimi Tendo. Her mother was worried that Miku would only be interested in enka, so she asked her to listen to other musical genres and offered her a CD of the idol band Morning Musume. And so, with time, Miku came to experience and listen to more and more different kinds of music. In high school, Miku was in the broadcasting club. Of course she was. This is the club responsible for those announcements that you hear in the school from time to time, like morning or lunch break news. Back then, Miku's friends were really into bands and took her to live performances of smaller amateur groups covering popular songs. Miku was not that interested in the bands, but this experience made her look into more bands to listen to. During her research, she came across Tokyo Jihen, a Japanese rock band formed around the popular singer Sheena Ringo.
Okay, I sped it up a little bit to try to, so this wouldn't be too long, but
Miku was stunned by their sound and finally found the music that she wanted to do. It was also during this time that Miku's parents got divorced and her father totally disappeared from her life. From then on, she had to live with her grandmother. It was a hard time for her and her family, but she tried to find a proper high school and think about her future.
It's a very in-depth documentary.
No time to think about making music for a living, even though this idea was starting to grow in her mind.
Maybe to some degree a little bit too much.
When she was at university, Miku missed a lot of classes because she was working part-time to earn enough money to participate in multiple auditions in Tokyo. The problem was, she never told her mother about all her travels to the big city. And the more Miku went to Tokyo, the more she wanted to live there. So, in October 2010, on her birthday, Miku presented her I Want to Live in Tokyo plan to her mother to try and reassure her. This plan was basically to find enough part-time work to pay for her life there, along with vocal training. Miku knew that living in a big city like Tokyo would cost a lot, so she took as many jobs as she could. At one point, she had 3 different jobs, leaving her with just a few hours of sleep per day. She was willing to do anything to realize her dream. One of her jobs was at a maid cafe in Kumamoto. This is the kind of job that fit her perfectly, as she was very interested in customer service, loved to talk to people, and loved the idea of wearing a cute outfit at work.
I guess let's say
this particular maid cafe only lasted 6 months, until December 31st, 2010. It's hard for this kind of business to last in local cities like Kumamoto because of the lack of new customers daily. With nothing holding her back in Kumamoto and enough money from all her hard work, Miku quit university and moved to Tokyo to start a new life pursuing her dream of becoming a singer.
Awesome. From maid to Band-Maid. Ha. It kind of makes sense
Now
now.
that she was living in Tokyo, Miku easily found a part-time job as she had already a lot of experience from her life in Kumamoto. Miku discovered the concept of maid cafe in her hometown, so she thought that it would be a good idea to try and work in a maid cafe in Akihabara, the place where maid cafes are the most popular in Japan. She started to work at the at-home cafe in May 2011 under the name Himawari, which means sunflower. This maid cafe was way bigger than the one in Kumamoto, and this one held performances and events where Miku could work on her singing regularly. It was a great experience for her, as she learned a lot about human relations, handling different types of people, and even calming down angry customers arguing with each other. After all, Miku wanted to do everything to make everyone happy. She also learned a lot from overseas customers and how they perceive maid cafes as a part of the Japanese culture. Miku worked almost a year for At Home Cafe, but quit in January 2012.
Okay.
She had a ceremony celebrating her time working there, and there was a lot of messages from regulars and overseas customers. She even wrote a moving message on the blog of the maid cafe.
なんかやっと卒業したんだなって実感湧いてきました。なんかじわじわ来るね。イベントにも参加させてもらったり、歌プロにも出させてもらったり、プロマイドを撮ったり、撮影会したり、錬金だったり、振り返ってみたらいろいろしたな。自分がイベントするなんか思ってもなかったけど、まさか卒業するとはね。あ、書き損ねたんですが、スーツで来てくれたご主人様、ありがとうございました。私得でした。あと、素敵なお花もありがとう。あと、チェキの受け取りがまだの方、なるべく早くお絵かきしてドンキに持っていきますので、後日ドンキへお願いします。ごめんなさい。いろんなことがあったりしたけど、やっぱり私はアットホームが大好きです。8ヶ月間で出会ったご主人様やお嬢様、メイドさんを絶対に忘れません。アット中だった私が全く秋葉原に行かなくなるなんて到底無理な話なので、きっとまたお会いすることもあるかもしれません。もしまたどこかで私を見かけたらよろしくお願いします。私にとってこれからがスタートだと思ってます。みんながくれた気持ちを胸に頑張っていきたいと思います。さよならはしないです。ありがとうございました。頑張ります。ひまわり。
The reason why she left was because she'd won the Super Idol audition on December 9th, 2011. This competition started in the summer of 2011 with 2,600 applicants. Their goal was to create a 3-member idol band with the votes of the fans. The Super Idol audition was also broadcast on MXTV on December 30th, 2011.
ありがとうございます。野口美香です。すごいとにかく今頭の中真っ白なんですけど、すごい嬉しいです。今後ユニットとして3人で頑張っていきたいと思いますので、まだまだ未熟なところとかいっぱいあると思うんですけど、一緒に応援していただけたらなと思います。私は熊本から出てきたんですけど、すごい親にもいい報告ができて、アルバイト先のこのメイドさんをしてるんですけど、常連さんも見に来てくれていい報告ができることがすごく嬉しいです。これから頑張っていきます。ありがとうございました。
This contest allowed Miku to join an underground idol band, or Chika Idol in Japanese, named Lil Kuman 3 months later, in March 2012. An underground idol band works with a minor label and will only perform in very small areas or events. It's well known that very few underground idol bands can become bigger and join a major label, so the chances for Lil Kuman to get bigger were really small. No pun intended. The name of the band came from the very short height of the three members, and that the birth flower of December 9th, when the result of the audition was announced, was Kuman. Lil Kuman was active until April 13th, 2013, when they announced they had disbanded during a one-man concert in Shinjuku Orebako due to Miku and another member quitting the band. About a month after the release of the third single called Super Trooper and their first one-man concert in the same venue. In the end, Lil Kuman released 3 singles and performed about 100 shows during a year of activities. In an interview, Miku confirmed that it was not her thing to sing cute idol songs. She didn't hate it, but it was too different from the music she wanted to sing.
That's understood. I mean, if it doesn't excite you, doesn't, not what you want. I mean,
back to square one for Miku, who decided to send her resume to Platinum Passport, explaining the kind of music she wanted to do. The company reached back to Miku and scheduled a meeting to talk about her project. Let's imagine an abbreviated form of this conversation.
はじめまして、小鳩ミクと言います。出身は熊本です。
so this is just
地元と
kind of
秋
made
葉
up.
原のメイドカフェで働いていました。オーディションに受かってアイドルグループで活動していたんですが、アイドルではなく歌手になりたくて1年ほどで辞めさせていただきました。自分のやりたい音楽性とは違うなって気づいたんです。
バンドとかには興味ないの？
バンドは好きだし、東京事変さんにも憧れています。それに可愛い音楽よりもかっこいい音楽がやりたいです。
小鳩はいろいろなバンドを調べて聴いているときに東京事変に出会って恋に落ちた。バンドメイド日本のエピソードで群青日和が人生を変えたとまで言っている。この瞬間から小鳩はかっこいい音楽のバンドを聴くようになり、バンドを組むという考えが頭に浮かぶようになった。もしこの曲がなかったら小鳩はバンドを組むことなど思いつかず、バンドメイドは存在すらしなかっただろ
う。あ、でもメイドも好きです。
メイドとバンドを合わせたら面白いね。
じゃあ混ぜちゃいましょう。
On May 29th, 2013, Platinum Passport posted an audition announcement for anyone who wanted to join a new rock band performing with maid outfits. They also presented the first version of Band-Maid's logo. In this post, it was specified they were looking for women between the ages of 15 and 24 who can play guitar, bass, drum.
For a second there, I was thinking she was the only one that really wears a maid. But I guess they kind of all do, at least to some degree. I feel like sometimes they deviate a little bit, but she's pretty consistent on it. But I mean, that's to be understood, to deviate here and there, because I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do all. I don't. Okay, let's just continue.
And keyboards while wearing a maid outfit. They also clarified that the applicants must not be currently under contract with a production company or record label, and must not be planning to debut as a professional. Miku was actively looking for potential members herself and found a young musician posting guitar covers on YouTube and Nico Nico. The name of this guitarist was Konami. Miku contacted Konami through the talent agency to present her project. Konami was pretty excited to join Band-Maid, and the maid outfit was definitely not an issue for her. The next one was Akane on drums.
Akane. I was saying Akane.
And with that, Akane asked Misa to join her new band.
もらってでベースもいない
And since we
ってなって
also
た
didn't
の
have a
でその
bassist
時
at that time,
私専門学校音楽の専門学校行ってたんですけどで一緒の学校だったベースのミサを誘って
Misa's band had just ended their activity, so the timing was perfect for her as she wanted to continue playing bass. Band-Maid, originally consisting of 4 members, was ready for its debut. They started rehearsals,
I
but
assume
after about a
with
month,
Miku
felt
doing
that
most of the
something
vocals.
wasn't quite right. Miku's voice alone didn't fit with this kind of music. And she didn't want to relive what happened with Little Kumin. So the idea of bringing in another vocalist to contrast with Miku's voice was raised. A new audition was conducted, inviting everyone managed by the agency who could fit with this project. Band-Maid members and management found the profile of a recently scouted young singer to whom they proposed to audition. She was a model, dancer, singer who came to Tokyo to realize her dream of becoming a professional singer. And her name was Psyche.
Of course, I'm assuming he's saying it correctly too, but I'm just going to accept that because I'm sure he knows more than I do, so, clearly. So I'm just going to, okay, Psyche. Okay, so Akane, Miku, Misa, and Konami. Okay, Psyche. Okay.
With their newfound experience gained while recruiting the other members, the management knew that they shouldn't talk about the maid outfit to Psyche if they wanted her to come to the audition. So, they didn't.
Yeah, because that was because that's what I was thinking. It was a lot of times I didn't feel like she wore a maid suit, but maybe it's just like her alternative version to a maid suit. Maybe she's just the one all set that they kind of they let kind of deviate a little bit. I don't know.
メイドですって言われなかった
I wasn't told this was a maid.
今までのこの反応を見てクルッコは学習したみたいでなるほどなるほど
さいちゃんには言わないで誘おうと思って
可愛い服なんだけどって言われて
ちょっと可愛い服でかっこいい曲のバンドをやるんだけど
曲だけ聴いてたんであじゃあまあやってみたいですかねみたいな感じでのでこれはみたいな今はこのこれないんですけどエプロン最初あってエプロンってなって
From this crazy idea of mixing cute outfits with hard rock music, 4 talented young ladies joined Miku to form an impossible band whose goal is to dominate the world through music. And this band was called Band-Maid. Band-Maid didn't waste any time after finding enough members, as they started to perform live on July 24th, 2013, before Psyche even joined the band at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. They continued for 2 more shows before opening for Passport and Silent Siren on October 22nd, 2013 at Shibuya AX with their complete lineup. This was Band-Maid's first live.
But here she's wearing a full-on maid suit. But I could understand her being from the model area and everything. Like she's probably going to deviate a little bit or change it up, or to more modelist style or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's that's interesting that she didn't she had a little bit of an issue maybe to some degree, but ultimately went with it. But yes, it's cool. That's cool. If I'm understanding that correctly.
This venue
Correct me
could
if I'm
hold
wrong,
1,500 people, so it was a great opportunity for our newly formed band. Band-Maid started to be more active on Twitter on July 19, 2013, to promote concerts and news about the band. Their YouTube channel had been created on October 22, 2013, and slowly grew over the years. Band-Maid also opened an Amiiblo blog that was deleted in 2016 to use the official website that we know today, even though it looked quite different from its current design. The management did a great job regarding the band's promotion in social media, but Band-Maid had trouble standing out and reaching more people. During the first 2 years, most of their concerts were empty. They struggled to build their own fan base, and the future of the band was very uncertain. Band-Maid tried to participate in Battle of the Bands with some other idol bands, but very few people from the audience were actually there for them, so they tried everything to expand their fan base. They promoted their merch every time they could. They took photos and thanked fans for coming to see them. Miku worked in a noodle cafe in Akihabara until 2016, and she also sold tickets by hand. The Noodle Cafe was a service operated by Platinum Passport, where you buy a cup of noodles and you can choose which idol will pour hot water into the cup. Then you will have around 3 minutes to talk with her until the noodles are ready. Until the first one-man show in Shibuya
idol
Milky
kind
Way,
of thing, sort of. Whatever.
Misa was very unsure about her future in Band-Maid and talked to the management about quitting. And for this particular concert, the management booked a venue and asked the members to invite at least 100 people. In the end, they managed to get around 50 of their friends and acquaintances in the front row. It was truly a dark time for Band-Maid. It was also around that time that they released the MV of Thrill from their first single, Ai to Jonetsu no Matedoru.
Breaking new gate.
That's such a nasty.
The song released in November 2014 was different from what they usually do, and even very different from the main song of this single.
Giving them variety right off the start. Diversity.
Thrill was a success on YouTube and was very well received during concerts. A few months later,
good video.
On April 5th,
Like
2015,
coloring and setup.
Thrill
really
was
good.
uploaded on a Facebook page called J-Rock Radio. This page introduced music from Japan like Visual K or metal bands to people from overseas, and the video gathered more than 1 million views in 4 days.
Damn.
In comparison, it took 17 days for the music video of Unleash to hit 1 million views, and that was the fastest any Band-Maid video grew. The response of Band-Maid's social media from overseas fans was huge, so huge that they were afraid that their Twitter account had been hacked. They also opened their Facebook page on April 9th, 2015, following the success of Thrill. It literally saved Band-Maid, as they later learned that management was about to end their contract and that this single was going to be their last.
Wow.
It was also the shock Band-Maid needed to find their own path and start their world domination. From this moment, the band committed to make harder songs, and 1.5 years later, they played their first concert overseas in Mexico.
Okay. Japan.
皆さんこんにちは、ミカです。今日はスペシャルゲストをご紹介します。 レディットでアクティブに活動していて、インタビューから MC まで数多くの翻訳をしてきた人です。皆さんきっとご存知の人ですが、声は聞いたことがないと思います。それではご紹介いたします。 T シンジさんです。
はじめまして、 T シンジです。私がもともと聴いていた音楽はファンクロックやファンクなどで、ハードロックやメタルについてはほとんど知りませんでした。2019年11月に以前から友人に勧められていたベビーメタの曲を YouTube でいくつか聴いたら、サイドバーにバンドメイドのスリルが現れました。そのサムネイルを見た瞬間、これはかっこいいに違いないと直感しました。音を聞く前からギャップのコンセプトが伝わったんです。実際にスリルを聞いて途中までは悪くないなくらいに思っていたら、ミサさんのベースソロでやられました。次にダイスを聞いて、ミサさんのベースに完全に心を奪われました。私のようなファンクロックファンにとって、ミサさんのファンキーなベースは答えられない魅力があります。それからバンドメイドの MV を一気に見て、1週間後にはもう CD を注文してライブの予定をチェックしていました。ちょうどその時は東京近辺でライブがなく、次のライブはツアーファイナルの LINE キューブ渋谷だったので、すぐにチケットを買いました。また歌詞を見ながら聴くうちに小鳩さんの歌詞の素晴らしさに気づき、小鳩さんの大ファンになりました。小鳩さんの歌詞は内容もいいですが、何よりも音がいいんです。日本の曲では英語がよく使われますが、同じメロディーに英語と日本語を当てるのはかなり珍しいです。そして日本語で母音を落として変音節を作るテクニックが素晴らしいです。かなり珍しいです。そして日本語で母音を落として変音節を作るテクニックが素晴らしいです。ここを8音節で歌っていますが、元の日本語は15音節あります。
I'm sorry. They sing it in 8 syllables, but the original Japanese has 15 syllables. Dono roso mo akadasu jodan danarso makasa dod. So it's like shortening the swords, basically, like almost like, yeah, okay. To sort of to spit them out faster or to meet the beat or whatever, to meet the tempo.
同じ年の12月、レディットを見つけてインタビューの英訳があるのを知りましたが、未訳のインタビューもまだまだたくさんありました。自分で英訳したいと思いましたが、私は英語ネイティブではないし、当時は音楽用語も詳しくなかったので、無謀ではないかと思いました。でも小鳩さんが背中を押してくれたんです。
That guitar, oh my gosh.
もし小鳩さんが私の立場だったら、やれることをやるだろう、自分の想像さえ超えていくだろうと思ったんです。なので、もし私の翻訳が役に立ったなら、私ではなく、私に勇気をくれた小鳩さんに感謝してください。バンドメイドには人生を変える力があります。
そうですよね。T シンジさん、どうもありがとうございました。そしてバンドメイドさん、小鳩さん、多くの人の人生を素晴らしいものにしてくださり、ありがとうございます。うわー、もう30分近く経っちゃいました。ここでちょっとお休みにして、動画の残りはまた来週見ることにしましょう。次回は作詞家小鳩さんのお話からしようと思います。ではまた次回、バイバイ。
So yeah, it was all her. Miku starting the band. That's awesome. Getting Konami, and then Konami getting Akane. Did I say that right? Shit. And then Misu, and then bringing in Psyche. That's really cool. That's really cool. That was like not even just a documentary of Miku, but like a documentary of the whole like start of Band-Maid. That was really cool. And then it's gonna break into lyrics and stuff in the next video. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Wow. Awesome. So let's see here. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Awesome documentary. Really interesting. I mean, some of the beginning was maybe a little bit too much information. I feel like, but I mean, it wasn't like, I guess, crazy too much, but like, yeah, that was really interesting. The struggle that Miku did, and went on, what she took on, all the jobs, to try to get her, goodness gracious, get herself the experience or give herself the opportunity, in Tokyo to be able to try out first things. Really interesting, winning the competition to be in that three member little kind of, guess you could say, like a girl band, pop band. Ultimately deciding that wasn't her thing. And then pursuing her own thing. Knowing what she, at least to some degree, what she wanted to do, and then putting out the applications or whatever, the flyers and notices for, hey, you want to be interested in this band, come play. Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. And everybody going along with the maid thing is really cool. I mean, like I said, it feels like sometimes Sake maybe deviates a little bit, or maybe just is a little offset from the rest of them as far as what she chooses, I guess, as a maid. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still really cool. And man, it's good to know that Miku did not decide to quit the band in its low point, because that would have been like a huge unfortunate thing, I feel like, because she is an amazing bassist. Her funkiness and the way she just goes off on these little tangents of sorts, solos in the middle of stuff. It's so good. It's so freaking amazing. And not just sitting in the standard like bassist arena of just holding the floor or something, but like it's awesome. Good thing. I'm so happy she did not. She didn't wind up quitting, but and to all of them though, sticking with it and pushing, and kudos to Thrill and that one blowing up, to J-Rock, for helping that blow up overseas. That's what it sounds like, really, that it was their overseas fan base that grew rapidly. Because I guess to some, there probably is a little bit of a, I wouldn't say resistance, but maybe a small avenue for bands in Japan with this style of music. I feel like there's probably, not that I don't know like the full Japanese culture or anything, but I feel, or like, and how much this particular type of rock anyways has a growth, or at least at the time that they were trying to grow It probably didn't. Now at this point, maybe so. I'm sure they probably have a huge fan base in Japan now, just as much as everywhere else. I assume. I mean, I could be wrong, but or at the very least, they helped pioneer, along with probably Baby Metal too, to some extent. Although I feel like they're slightly different, but yeah, it's that's helping to grow like hard rock, and to some degree progressive rock, to Japan. That's amazing. That's really cool. So yeah, we're going to continue this on. Thank you for joining me here. If you like that, again, subscribe, check out. I've got more coming. I'm going to probably even right now immediately start on the second part and release that either later today or tomorrow. And, you know, I don't know. We'll see how this goes this week. I'm gonna do them all though, even if I've got to go more than 5 days. If I've got to even do some on Saturday or Sunday, we will get through them all. This is gonna be a huge week for Band-Maid, anyways, and hopefully for me. So in the channel, that would be awesome. So thank you very much for joining me. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Until next time, peace. JMD, I'm out.